Let's now move on to another part of the world. Let me show you what's happening in Ukraine. The capital city of Kyiv woke up to the sound of air raid alarms. Soon, drones struck the city. There were at least 2 blasts close to the city center. And this is Shevchenkivsky, a district in Kyiv. There are universities here, there are bars, restaurants. This is where at least 2 drones exploded.
After the first explosion, people started shouting, second blast, third blast, fourth blast.
We came here after getting a phone call from our mother who was buried under the rubble. She said, please find someone urgently to help me. I'm buried under the rubble.
Now, Kyiv's mayor says that numerous residential buildings were hit, as were non-residential areas. In total, there were at least 4 strikes and at least 3 people were killed. Several others rushed to bomb shelters. See this cat? It was rescued from one of the damaged buildings.
The target destroyed the whole infrastructure of Ukraine, destroyed the infrastructure of our hometown. Russia is terror country. I'm more than sure.
Drones also hit the port city of Mykolaiv. The target was the Every Marine Terminal. It is Ukraine's 2nd largest facility used to store sunflower oil that's naturally meant for export. The attack set sunflower oil tanks on fire. Now, this was hours before the drones hit the capital. Authorities say it took 5 hours to put out the fire. What Ukraine is saying is that the drones flew into the country from the south, and they weren't just any ordinary drones, but kamikaze drones. The name itself sounds dangerous. So what really are these kamikaze drones? Goes without saying, they are attack drones. They are difficult to detect on radar. These drones hover around the area and attack only after it has located the target. The machines are packed with explosives and they explode when they come in contact with the target. While these drones are slow, a hit from them is almost like a hit from missiles. But these drones are cheaper than missiles. It's believed that kamikaze drones are made in Iran. But Tehran says it never provided these drones to Russia. Listen in.
Unfortunately, news is published that stems from political goals and largely is developed by Western media. Just as it has countlessly announced, the Islamic Republic of Iran has not exported any weapon to any side of the war.
The US reportedly has its own version of kamikaze drones. So does China, Israel and Turkey. Coming to the next question now. Why are kamikaze drones called what they are? Actually, there is a historical context. And the story goes back to the Second World War. Back then, the Japanese would pack their fighter planes with explosives and then crash them into enemy targets. Basically, these would be suicide attacks and they would cause heavy damage. The kamikaze drones operate in a similar manner. Obviously, there is no pilot flying these drones, but they too crash into the targets. Now, Ukraine's President Volodymyr Zelensky says that Russia is trying to terrorize the civilian population. What about Russia? What does it have to say about the drone strikes? The spokesperson of Russia's defense ministry says that it has carried out a massive attack on military targets. Also, the country's energy infrastructure. But Russia made no reference to these kamikaze drones. Instead, it mentioned using high-precision weapons.
All designated objects have been hit.
Ukraine does not agree. The country's Air Force says it has destroyed at least 85% of the drones that entered Ukraine's airspace this morning. Listen in.
In total, we've destroyed, since the attack started at 9:30 p.m. yesterday late evening until now, we confirmed that we've destroyed 37 kamikaze drones.
A journalist working with Reuters claims that he found fragments of one of these so-called kamikaze drones. He said the drone had words written on it. It read, "For Belgorod." Now, as some of you already know, Belgorod is a Russian city. And this is where it is located on the map. It is a border city, in fact, one that has been attacked during the war. And Russia has obviously pinned the blame on Ukraine. Now, we must read these developments in the context of what's happened in the recent days. Remember, NATO have members, and they have decided to bolster Russia's air defense. And Russia has appointed a new military general who's infamous for his quote-unquote ruthlessness. WION World is now available in your country. Download the app now and get all the news updates on the move.